Hi everyone, Ruben today. I will wait 1 more minute then to other people join the session. And meanwhile, I'm wishing you an happy new year. I hope that you enjoyed your holidays. Very happy to start a new year together. There will be a lot of new things that will be happening in the 5ers. We already, for people that don't know, we already opened gold and silver for the summer plan and the bootcamp. And it will also be available in the funded programs. Let's say in 1 week. We have to make some calibration, some verification, and then it will be available. Yeah, hi everyone. Happy that you're with me today. When do you open crypto? For the moment, it's not on the list. We are actually focusing on gold and silver, and you know the list can be expanded very fast. But actually focusing on gold and silver, and step by step opening other assets. But crypto is not on the list. I know that there are also more interesting assets like indices, for example, like other commodities that can be very great to open. So that's the news, and you know it's actually only the beginning of the year, and there will be a lot of new things coming. So stay tuned, and very happy to that you guys trading with us. Okay, let's start the session today. It's gonna be, you know, sometimes some kind of psychology, risk management rules that we can highlight together and try to get and to be a better trader. So let's see a chart. Let's see some price action. Let's see some pairs, and we will try to start the session like that. Okay, so I wanted to develop something that can be very important for a trader, and you will understand that it's also linked to patience, and it's also linked to the statistics of the trader and in his ability to enter the market in a very good timing. Okay, and you will see that both of these things are correlated together. Okay, so today we'll talk about patience, and I will try to demonstrate that if you're patient, you can increase by far your statistics in trading and by far your performance as well. Meanwhile, as usual, I will try to answer some questions that we have on the chat. So feel free to ask if it's something related to support. Our support is very reactive, so you can contact us. Are metals allowed with funded accounts? We will release metals, gold and silver on the funded accounts very soon. Okay, so we are checking if it's possible actually for bootcamp sample, and we see that it could be the right path. So you know we will be opening it in next week. Can we partially exit position from our account? Yeah, you can partially exit position from your account. There is no problem for that. Okay, let's go back to what I want to explain you today. That is a very key important things in trading, and one of, let's say, the most important one, patient. Okay, you have to be patient. That's something that you should know. Even you're a scalper, even you are a swing trader, no matter what, your risk management should be attached to your ability to be patient of the market. Okay, and I know that if you're a full-time trader and you want all the time to be in the market, sometimes it's not in your plan, and you will want to buy and you will want to sell and you will want to be in the market, even you don't need to. Okay, I don't know if actually I can find the live example, but if I found one, I will be happy to show you. But let's start by an example that happened in the past, and you try to understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, it will be, you know, an example, a very visual, but take this as an example and a demonstration. Okay. Okay. Let's say, okay, I want to find a good example. Okay, I think I want. Okay. First of all, try to put the chat on all panelists and attendees. Then you can try to discuss together and explain the situation. And the second thing, some disclaimer. If I'm not sure, I will open some trades today. Maybe if I see something interesting, why not? But all the trade and all the advice I will give you is only for educational purposes. Okay, it's very my point of view and my analysis. So take it in consideration. Here, the example of being being patient. Okay, let's say I don't say that, you know, this level is relevant, but let's say this is for you a key zone. Okay, for today or for the day or whatever for the week, and you say and you tell to yourself, okay, when the price reach that zone, okay, I will open a buy position, or I don't know, sell a position if you think it's going to break it, no matter what. Okay, so here in the rectangle, you tell to yourself, this will be my decision point to open a buy position. Okay, and statistically, you will know that if you open a buy position here, your stop loss will be approximately at that zone that is below the previous low. Okay, so that's let's say here we are 8 pips approximately stop loss. Okay, and the take profit, you will want to take the take profit above 8 pips, so it will be let's say 12 pips, 16 pips at least. Let's say 20 pips. So say 1, 2, 3 is to 1. Okay, let's say approximately the take profit will be approximately here. Okay, so you open a buy position at that zone. Okay, still, it's a demonstration. It's an example. We try to take it as an example. So if the price reach that rectangle, my risk reward would be 1 to 2. I put my stop loss here below the low. I put my take profit above 1 to 2 risk reward. That will be good enough. Okay, then let's say I don't see what happened in the market, so I will try to go back a bit before. Okay, so let's take this in consideration. Okay, you see the price make a big up, and then you see that, okay, the price didn't reach your rectangle here, but you see that the price can make a push here. You see that after this kind of candle, you might say to yourself, oh, maybe my price will not touch my rectangle, but there is a high chance that the price continue to goes up. Okay, so what most of the people will do, and that's something that, you know, it's understandable, because you say, okay, I'm very few pips far from my entry point, and I don't want to miss the opportunity. So what I will do, I will open my position right here. Okay, so instead of opening the position at my entry point I wanted, I will lose my patience and I will open my position here. Okay, what happened when you open a position here? Okay, and then all right, the price actually here works well. But if we talk in terms of statistics, okay, if you open your position if you open your position here, okay, the risk reward will be not 1-2, but it will be reduced to 1-1 and even below, okay? Because if you open the market here, your stop loss should be still below the low here. And you will see that your risk reward will be here, it's 14 pips stop loss. And here it will be approximately 14 pips stop loss also, okay? So by losing your patience and by willing to enter the market before your decision point will reduce your risk reward, okay, and will decrease your performance in trading, okay? So that's the correlation and that's the link between having patience and risk reward ratio, okay? Generally, it can be very frustrating as well that you put this kind of zone and the price, because of 2 or 3 pips, didn't reach your zone and you will lose the opportunity. But you know, that's part of the game and that should be part of your plan. That's very complicated and very difficult psychologically for a trader to understand and to apply this kind of advice. But that's something you should take in consideration. Okay, opening a trade here instead of opening it here will reduce considerably your risk reward. Okay, so that's why you want to open your position at the best timing you want, at the best zone, and then your risk reward will be almost all the time above 1-2, above 1-3. Depends about your strategy and about all your trading. So that's the first part of my explanation. I hope you understand it. And if you have some question regarding this, feel free to ask me on the chat. But this is a very important case that you guys should apply if you want to increase your risk reward and want to perform better in terms of statistics in trading. That's very easy to understand it, but very difficult to apply. And you know that it's very linked to patience, okay? You have to be very patient and wait that the price reach the 4 pips from your entry zone and not coming back again, okay? Again, this is an example, but it can happen for many situations. I took this key zone as an example, okay? So it depends. What is your opinion on ATR-based stop loss distancing policies? I think that's not bad. I'm not using ATR, but you know, if you feel that it improve your stop loss placement and your risk management, you can use it. You have to backtest your ATR and your indicators. Okay, I'm using Bollinger Bands and stochastics, but I know that not a lot of people like this. Still, this should be very personal to you. What are some ways to apply this exactly, observing the passion that's arise and letting them go home? Some way to apply this exactly. Okay, it depends if you're a day trader or if you a swing trader. If you're a swing trader, it will not be difficult to make here a buy limit. Okay, let's say you don't trade price action because you believe that this zone is a very, let's say this zone is a very important zone, and that you don't need to wait for a confirmation. So the first thing you will do as a swing trader, let's say this is a chart, this is a H4 chart or day chart or weekly chart, you will put a buy limit here, okay? Because you believe that this zone is a very important key zone. So you will make a buy limit and wait that the position that the position make what you should expect in the future. Okay, so for a swing trader, I believe that respect this kind of patience in the market will be easier. Okay, for a swing trader. In terms of entry, okay, regarding the management of the position, this is something different. But when we are talking about entering a position, for a swing trader, it will be easier because generally we put a buy limit. You can go sleep, you can go work. You don't need to be all the time in front of this computer, and you will wait that the price touch. Okay. For a day trader, it is much more difficult. Why? Because as a day trader, I believe that you should wait for certain price action confirmation, and you will see the graph, and it's very difficult to make a buy limit. So that's why psychologically for a day trader, it's even more difficult to wait that this kind here of push, and then you wait the price here making kinda an higher high here, just here, for example, if I go on the M5, okay, like you see that the price make a push, okay, and here I'm starting to make a rally, okay, it will be very difficult to not tell to yourself, okay, even I know that the price have a high chance to go up, I want to be outside of the market. This is mentally, it will be very difficult, okay, but that's something that you should train your brain, and it can be a biases, but you know that trading is not a rush. So even you lose this opportunity, another one will arise, and it will touch this key zone, and it will be in your trading plan, and so on. Okay, there is tons and tons of opportunities daily in the market, and that's something that you have to learn with the time. Being a patient trader can take a lot of time. And I remember, and I still do this kind of mistakes, even myself. And I feel that it can be even more difficult to discuss it together, because, you know, when we talk and we explain what we feel in the market, it can be easier to, after that, apply what I'm talking to you. Again, even the price here make a big push and you know, get to a risk reward of 1 to 2, 1 to 3. In the long term, to be consistent, it will reduce your risk reward, and it will not be profitable in the long term. Okay, maybe for this one, it will be profitable, but if you do that time after time, many time after many times, it will not be consistent for your trading. Okay, so that's a very important, let's say, element as a trader, to be very patient and wait exactly what you decided on your trading plan, and where to apply and when to enter in the market. That's a very important point here. Okay, let's say we can take like a live example. Okay, this is the euro dollar, for example. I know that there is here a fresh supply, okay, that the price might give some rejection at that zone. Okay, my brain can tell me, okay, maybe this zone here of, you know, inflection point can be also a key zone, okay, for my strategy. So you have actually 2 entry points that you can open a sell position. You have this one and you have this one. Okay, your stop loss might be above this supply if you want to open a sell. It can be also here above the high. But if you don't follow your plan, and if you open your position before where you wanted to open it, your risk reward will be less than when you planned for it. Okay, let's say you wish for I don't know, a comeback to the middle of the range here. Okay, so that will be your take profit if you expect a retracement. Okay, so this is my take profit is the red line, and I want to open my position here. Okay, so that's approximately, there is here, let's say 60 pips. Okay, if I see here that there is a kind of rejection, because, you know, as a trader, we all the time open biases in the mind, and you believe that also here can be a key zone. So instead of opening your trades at the supply zone here, you will open it here. Okay, so instead of opening it here, and if I open it here, my stop loss will be above. Let's say I will put the stop loss as an aggressive trader, so I want to put my stop loss here and not above the high. Okay. My risk reward should be, so we say 60 pips to 15 pips. Okay, so it's approximately 1 to 4 risk reward if I decide to wait that the price reach that position. In opposite, if I open my position here because I see, I don't know, a reaction or I don't know why, an indication, stochastics, whatever, and I decided to open here instead of here, okay, still my stop loss should be above that supply, okay? I don't, if you open a sell position here, if you put your stop loss here, it's not, you know, it's not a healthy stop loss. That's also something that we can do in the next session in the risk management class. Where do you put your stop loss? Very smartly. Here, it's not a smart way to put your stop loss, okay? Because you have a supply that is just above, okay? So your stop loss will stay here, okay? And then your risk reward will be less than 1 to 4, okay? So here we have 30 pips stop loss. For 35 pips, take profit. So it's above 1 to 1 risk reward, but it's very far below the 1 to 4 that we had at the beginning. So that's something you should take in consideration. That is very important to be patient and wait the zone that you planned before the trading day. Because by doing that, you will increase by far your risk reward and increase your consistency in the long term. That's how you should be looking at the market. Okay, actually the price is pushing. I don't know. We'll try to see. Okay, if I can maybe open a sell here. But I would be more than happy to open a position, a sell, to wait for the supply here, and not opening myself a position here. If you lost some patience, meanwhile, there is a lot of strategy that you can say, okay, I don't want to wait that the market reach here because there is less chance. So what you will do is that you will open a position here. So let's say you want to allocate one lot to be short here in the market. So it's very easy. You will allocate 0.5 lot here because you believe it's also a key zone. And you will allocate 0.5 lot here. You can still increase your risk reward by doing that, but not enough, okay? At the beginning, we want to open to 1 to 4. Let's say if you open 0.5 here at the red line, the supply, and 0.5 here at that zone, your average price will be here, okay? And the risk reward will be, let's say, 1 to 2, I think. So, okay, so it will be approximately stop loss 20 pips, 23 pips. For 50 pips, it's 1 to 2, okay? So we showed different risk reward in the type of entry. So the first one was to 1 to 4 if I enter my position exactly at the supply. The second one was to 1 if I enter at that zone and I don't want to wait the supply. And the middle between them will be to make a partial entry to enter 0.5 here, open 0.5 here, and my average price will be here, and my risk reward will be 1 to 2. Okay, so you should adapt your mindset. If you believe that you cannot be patient and it's very difficult for you to wait the react zone, try to make partial entry in the market instead of opening the whole lot size you wanted at the biggest point. Okay. So let's say here I can tell to myself, oh, I start seeing that the price is starting a rejection exactly here. Okay, let's try to take a live example. Okay, actually on the M15, even the candle is not closed. I see that, you know, the price make a big push, but it's actually entering that zone. Okay, that I believe. Okay, there is a chance that the market do something like that. Okay, because it's an important key zone. And then we'll take all the stop loss that are above this zone, reach the supply just here. And then from there, okay, making something like that, I don't know. and then coming back. Okay. This high potential is that we do that, for example, that structure. Okay, here. There is also a chance that we don't have a rejection here and the price switch directly to that zone. Okay, it's also an hypothesis. Okay, so that was one of the main mindset that you should have as a trader. You should be patient. You should wait for your zone. I know that this is something that all the time comes back again and again. It's a very cliche word to tell to trader that they should be patient. Everyone know that. People that trade with us here at the 5ers know that in order to be consistent and profitable, you should be patient. But if you switch the word patience to what it can supply in risk management, then this is more visual and more understandable as a trader. Okay, opening here between here, okay, means that you're a patient trader. That's all. Ask me some question if you think that something is missing here, but I think that was good enough. Go to around 1.20. That's the supply zone. I think that you're talking about that zone. 1.39. Yeah, you're probably talking about. Actually, I was looking the H1 time frame, but yeah, this might be here. This might be here what you're looking for. This is, yeah, a bit less than 1.2928. I'm not sure that here, I don't know. I feel that this supply here on the H1, and it wasn't M30, I believe that this supply is very, you see, very powerful. Okay. You see how much supply it created from here to here. It's approximately 70 pips. Here you see, okay, that's this not very supplied. It's only a price action, price reaction to the market. Okay, there we'll see move. So that's what I think. Yeah, but that's correct. It's you see, it's a very uptrend line in the euro dollar. If I go back to a technical analysis on the H4, for me this is very clear. We have here a big consolidation zone. You see, it seems that the price don't want to break anything, so that's what we see exactly. It's like a flag. Okay, it can be something like that. Okay, so the price push down. Okay, and then it makes the flag, so it's ups and down, low volatility, and then there will be a big spike in volatility, either on the low side, like a flag, or either on the upside. Okay, and I believe that if you look at the daily chart here for this kind of flag, you should try to put a small macro view. Okay, we are at the beginning of the year. We have to understand what's going on in the capital markets and in inflation and all that stuff to understand if the dollar can can gain a little bit of value. If I check the pound dollar, for example, I know that the pound I know that the pound here gains a lot of value and it's still pushing today. Okay, you see that the price is still pushing. Okay, so this is the daily chart of the pound, and this is the daily chart of the euro. Okay, so you see that the euro is still a bit weakened against the dollar, but the pound, and most likely because of the hike in interest rate in UK, that's what we see here. And you see on the daily chart that this kind of pattern here is approximately the same pattern that we have here. Okay, consolidation zone. Okay, so it's the market structure here. Okay, very clear. And still, I like also this middle demand zone here on the euro dollar. I very like this. Okay, if you're a very patient trader and you're a swing one, making a buy here will not be bad at all. Okay, definitely. You see also that stochastics is below trend, is starting to make some course here. I believe that RSI should be on oversold. So making a buy here as a swing trader, wait, making your stop loss here, you can have a high risk reward ratio trades. Still, if you want to be a sniper trader, you have to wait better entry. Okay, like I don't know, maybe this zone was a good entry. Okay, to make a buy. Today also there was a big buy entry at that zone. Actually, today it's exactly what we talked at the beginning of the session. If as a swing trader you want to open here a buy position instead of opening before here or here, your risk reward will be less than what you wanted at the beginning. Okay. If you open here, your stop loss will be below that loss, so it will be 200 pips stop loss for the same take profit. I should assume. 1 minute. All right, sorry for that. So yeah, if I come back to what I say, if you open a buy here and you wait, touching the stop loss below this low would be approximately 150 pips. Yeah, the stop loss can be also here, that there is no. Okay, the stop loss can be even closer than that. So let's say I open a buy position here at that zone, 120 pips stop loss. And if I open it here, it will be way less. Okay, it will be 80 pips. Okay, so you are winning 40 pips approximately of risk reward, and in the long term, that will be very. That will be it will be even better for you your long-term consistency. Okay, you will increase your value in terms of trader to wait for this kind of setups. So that's what I say. Let's check if the price make a small reaction. Yeah, that's what I expect. You see, even it's a small reaction, but when you see this kind of, okay, this might be a zone and the price starting to make a short reaction, I might open a sell position because here there is an inflection point that the price can make a reaction. But I want to open it here. Okay, I want to wait the best price. Okay, so that's very understandable for me. All right. Any question, guys? Up to you. Thank you, so I hope you understand. All right. So that's that's why something very important to understand and to know and to be aware of being patient in the market can make you an even more better trader. Of course, there is a part of skills. Okay, you have to be skilled and you have to put perfectly your stop loss to cut your losses at the best at the best zone and not to let it run until it hits your stop loss. Okay, your stop loss should be, in terms of even quantitative trading, should be placed at a very perfect place. Again, that's I like to find some sniper spot and see, I don't want my stop loss to be far off. I think, let's say here, if I believe that this supply will react, okay, I don't want to put my stop loss, let's say here, because I believe that if the price break this kind of supply and hit this fresh supply, there is a high chance that we reach here. Okay, so why closing the trade here if I can close the trade here? Okay, so of course you will tell me, hey, my stop loss is tight and I don't know, X and Y reasons. Yeah, it can be a fake breakout and stuff, but that's right. Okay, it can happen that 2, 3, 4 times in 20 trades, it takes your stop loss and then come back again. Okay, but for your consistency, there will be a larger time than your stop loss will be hit at that zone. Okay, so that's why you should sometimes cut your losses even before that where you expected. That is also a key skills that you have to understand in trading. Okay, very important to place the stop loss at the best place. Okay, of course you will not put it here because it will be very tight. Okay, but there is a difference between putting it here and putting it here. Okay, it can be 6, 7 pips. Okay, on the M30. If you open one lot, that is a lot of money. So that's a difference. That's a very important thing to understand. All right, guys. If you have, let's say, something that you want to tell, to explain about this stop loss explanation, this risk reward / patience explanation as well, feel free to discuss on the chat. And if you have any chart that you want to discuss together, so let's do the last part of the session for a small analysis on the market. I think I have told Mauro today about what can be a good patient trader and how you can increase your risk reward in the long term, and of course that will improve your performance in trading. Can you look at pound yen when will be a patient buy in your opinion? Okay, so that's a nice question. That also linked to what we'll talk today. Okay. Okay, on the daily chart, I believe that you don't want to make a buy here. Okay, even you have, I don't know, another explanation or another view on the market. Here we are actually at the high of I don't know, October, whatever. So here on the daily chart, I will not find for a buy position. If you tell me about the H1, that's a good question. There are some times that I don't want to enter in the market. Okay, actually on the pound yen, I'm not sure I can do something healthy for my strategy or how I view the market. Actually, even you see that there is a big uptrend. Okay, I will be a bit lost in my mind when I should open this position, because I see that on the daily that we actually approach a very important zone. Let's look maybe in the M15, because actually in the H1 it's going to be very difficult to find something here. I don't think that this zone here is a key zone on the H1. Okay, but if I go on the lower time frame, maybe I can see something. Here there is a supply, like we see. This is a supply that actually we react today. Yeah, that's very complicated. And I see that we make on the M15 here, for example, a lower low. Okay, it's like creating a downtrend channel here. Okay. So if I would open a buy position, okay, it will be on a touch. Okay, so here can be a trap. Okay, you can tell to yourself, okay, in the M15, I see this kind of support, demand zone, daily support. I also see stochastic zero at cost, so here may be a key zone. But if I continue with the structure of the market, I see that the low is all the time lower than before. Okay, so actually the price is doing like that. Okay, like that, and then it's pushing. Okay, then it stopped here. Then the price make a push again to a lower high. Okay, so and then there is a chance again that, I don't know, we reach here. Okay, this kind of setup are very for advanced trader. It's very complicated here to open a buy, because on the M15 it started to create a downtrend. Okay, of course, if we break, if you see that we make a break above this high here, okay, so let's say the price touch here again, make a double bottom, and then break. So you should find a buy at that zone. Actually, it's very difficult to make something here. Very complicated for me. So I hope it helps, but here it will be very difficult for me to open a buy. It can be that zone, but again, the price is making all the time a lower low. There is some let's say dissonance or conflict between the indication I have in the market actually. Okay, so I hope it's helped, Edward. But still, this is my point of view. Okay, if you see another things, so feel free. But that's what I think here. I hope it makes sense, at least. Okay, so you make a buy here. This could be nice on the M1 at least. Okay, look where you buy. Okay, M1. Okay, it's a very low time frame, but this is a good zone to open a buy on the M1. Maybe not on the M15, maybe not on the M30, but it might be a good zone to open on M1 and on M5. Okay, you see that it was a supply, make a break, okay, and then multiple retest. Okay, and you see even that bidder on the M1. Okay, so this was a zone here that we break above, make a retest. So this is for me a confirmation zone. Okay. Okay, so we make a break, a retest, we make one touch and a second touch. Okay, so for me on the M1, this is a very potential and relevant zone for me to open a buy position on the M1 chart. Okay, and M1 chart can be very difficult, but not on the M15. It's even more difficult to check this kind of thing here on the M15, on the M30, on even H1. Okay, I'm not sure on H1 or you can find here things, but but still, that's nice. That's a nice zone here. Okay, and still you see on the M15 the 2 rejection and the 2 pin bar actually. Okay, but you should be careful when the price will reach, let's say, that zone. Okay, that's will be the, let's say, a short supply on the M5. Okay, connecting with the downtrend line. Okay, so it will be here. So here, I believe that there will be some seller that will come at that zone. Okay, that will not surprise me. Okay, hope it helps. If you have a last question, guy, or last pair that you want to review, and it will be the end of the session. Again, I want to wish you an happy new year for people that join us in the middle of the session. I hope that this year will be successful for you and for your trading journey, even with us or alone, whatever. So again, wish you the best for this year. And to continue, you see that also on the M1, you have this kind of breakout on the as well. Okay. You see a lot of changing hands here, break. Here you see a pin bar, then test again. Okay. It's like a scalping moment here, actually, on the podium. Thank you, and happy new year. Thank you, Prado. Thank you, Isaac. Isaac. Well, I hope you enjoyed the sessions. This was the last trading room of the week. We will be meeting together Monday for the weekly forecast. Again, wish you happy new year. Wish you happy trading day. I hope this was helpful for you. And we'll meet each other on the next weeks. And the next week, I don't know when I will be here, but yeah, there will be a Saul and that will. We are like switching each day, and we try to change all the time the subjects and the view we are looking the market. So I hope you guys enjoying being with us all day. So thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day, and see you for next week. Bye bye.